Thanks for starting your day off with us here at Good Morning Arklamass. I'm Taylor Yakowenko. We have some breaking news for you this morning. A possible shooting at Grambling State University. Mr. Wonder has to register as a sex offender after all. Sellis was facing multiple life sentences, calling on the Secretary of State to resign. Still no answer from Monroe Mayor Jamie Mayo on why he gave 2 keys to the city to Minister Louis Farrakhan. Police say a man left a suitcase in the parking lot of the Walmart on Glenwood Drive. Hurricanes Harvey, Irma, Maria. Authorities say the storm has killed at least 2 people. The Vicksburg National Military Park and AmeriCorps are raising buried headstones. Let's get started on this episode of Classroom Cribs. Out into the real world right now. Time to pull out the lawn chairs and let the good times roll. Students are trading the classroom for the courtroom. This is the first time I have ever been nervous about one of the animals, Lisa, that you have brought on the show.
The only way to wake up. This is Good Morning Arklamass, your breaking news and weather authority.
Hello everyone, happy Monday to you. Thanks for starting your week off with us here at Good Morning Arklamass. I'm Taylor Yakowenko. A beautiful weekend of weather, but the tide is turning and we're going to see some rain and maybe even some severe weather as we head through the week. Dylan Robichaud starts us off with a first check. Hey Dylan.
Hey, good morning Taylor. Hopefully everybody had a happy Easter Sunday. Now we're going to be looking ahead to our forecast for the next several days, starting off today. Maybe a brief shower later on as we head throughout the afternoon hours. For the most part though, sunshine and clouds going to be mixed. Now, the wind will come in from the south. That's going to allow our temperatures to actually warm up quite a bit. But like you just mentioned, as we head toward Tuesday, we are looking at some significant weather changes. Of all the details coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Dylan. We start you off with news from Washington this morning. President Trump delivered a setback to those pushing for a permanent solution to the Obama-era DACA program. The president spoke out against a DACA deal, and John Schumo has the latest.
President Trump, after wishing the nation a happy Easter yesterday on Twitter, followed it with a series of tweets on immigration, writing in part, Republicans must go to nuclear option to pass tough laws now. No more DACA deal. The president reiterated his stance before heading into Easter services in Palm Beach, Florida.
And a lot of people are coming in because they want to take advantage of DACA. And we're going to have to really see. They had a great chance. The Democrats blew it.
Many Democrats and even some Republicans took to Twitter pushing back against Mr. Trump. Ohio Republican Governor John Kasich wrote in part, a true leader preserves and offers hope, doesn't take hope from innocent children who call America home. It's not entirely clear what precipitated the tweets, which also went after Mexico demanding tighter border security. Under DACA, though, immigrants must have been living here since 2007, meaning no one crossing the border today would qualify. John Schumo, CBS News.
Around the world, China is making good on its trade threats. The Chinese government says tariffs on about $3 billion worth of U.S. imports will go into effect today, impacting roughly 128 products in all. The sanctions, first proposed over a week ago, are in response to President Trump's tariffs on imports of steel and aluminum. China plans to impose tariffs of 15% on items like fruits, nuts, wine, and steel pipes, and tariffs of 25% on items like pork and recycled aluminum. China has repeatedly said it wants to avoid a trade war, but warned it will take necessary countermeasures to defend its interests. In Arkansas, every county in the state has joined together in a lawsuit against dozens of opioid manufacturers. The suit names 50 different drug manufacturers, and the counties claim the companies concealed or misrepresented the harmful and addictive properties of the medicines they make. The plaintiffs argue the manufacturers, retailers, prescribers, and distributors of those drugs should pay for treatment. The National Weather Service has confirmed at least 4 tornadoes hit North Louisiana last week. The twister, with winds of 105 miles per hour, touched down near Mangum in Richland Parish. It overturned a mobile home, injuring 4 people before hitting Franklin Parish. Then 2 other tornadoes hit around the same time in parts of Caldwell and Richland parishes Wednesday, causing some minor damage. And a 4th tornado hit near Clarence in Natchitoches Parish. It stretched about 16 miles before lifting off near Calvin, and that's in Wynn Parish. Teachers in Oklahoma are expected to skip class this morning to protest at the state capitol. Educators say they need funding. Some districts claim students don't have desks to sit in and say some textbooks have been outdated for more than a decade. Nearly 100 teachers are expected to walk out, hoping lawmakers hear their message.
And going forward, if they do not pass things, then we will act again. Oklahoma students have been cheated for 10 years, so we have just begun to fight.
Some schools are only closing for a day or two, while others say they'll stay out for as long as it takes. And the train will soon be pulling back into the Louisiana Purchase Gardens and Zoo. The zoo closed it more than a decade ago, but it plans to unveil a new train by June. They say it should be ready to use by the end of July. Zoo director Joe Clausen says this long-awaited project is going to put the zoo back on the map.
Parents who used to ride the train as children would love to bring their kids back and ride the train also. It's just going to be something that's value added, and it was a cherished part of the zoo, and it'll be a cherished part of the zoo going forward.
Clausen says money from the train will help bring new animals and exhibits to the zoo. Well, after hours of travel, there's nothing better than getting a warm welcome at your final destination. Savannah Louie shows us who or what is making newcomers feel welcome at one Texas airport.
Enjoy your time at some of our great restaurants.
That welcome is one of the first things you'll hear in San Antonio if you're traveling through the airport.
San Antonio is all about fun, and this robot's all about fun.
Her name is Erin. She's one of 2 interactive robots you'll meet in the San Antonio airport. Paul McManus designed her to be the ultimate service greeter for tired travelers.
It has where to shop, where to eat, and it can take selfies and share with their friends, let them know they're at the San Antonio airport having a good time.
Erin is bilingual. She speaks English and Spanish. She can move around and is guaranteed to cheer up the grumpiest travelers, all through her touchscreen. A project constructed in just 6 weeks. That short timeline makes San Antonio the second airport in the country to have this type of interactive robot. Airport executives say that Erin's work will make the Alamo City's airport one of the best in the country.
We're going to take our customer experience here and just raise the bar. It creates distance between us and all the other airports.
And as we head into the Final Four weekend, Erin's arrival couldn't have come at a better time.
All the different passengers can vote who they think is going to win the Final Four.
And if you're wondering how visitors feel about the airport's newest employee, these looks of awe say it all.
Trending this morning, an artist has taken the phrase good enough to eat to a whole new level with graphic body part cake art. She uploaded videos of her realistic creations to Instagram, one showing a knife chopping what appears to be a human hand holding a carrot. She says when she was studying nursing, one of her first body part cakes was inspired by a maternity class where she learned placenta meant flat, and it gave her the idea for doing a flat cake shaped like a placenta. She says when people see her cakes, they either want to eat them or run away.
Run away.
Yeah, but look at how cool that is. Those almost look exactly like the real dental molds you see at the dentist's office.
It's cool, but the thing that you got to question the incentive behind why she made those. I mean, it's cool, but why?
She's so talented to show off her skills.
I know. She is talented, but it's a little bit disturbing.
I might give her a follow on Instagram. That's really cool. All right, guys, it's time now for the Facebook question of the day. Today's question, 41% of Americans are uncomfortable doing this at a restaurant.
I'm going to say, well, so my first guess was eating with your mouth open. Mm-hmm. Now I think it might be sitting alone. Like if you go to a nice restaurant and you're like, and they're like, how many? You're like, just me, I'm all alone.
Yeah, oh yeah, I could see that one.
Yeah.
And I'm saying sending food back. You know, you get something that maybe you didn't order or it's cold.
Yeah.
I am the type of person who will always suffer in silence. I'll just eat it. All right, let's see what some of you guys are saying. So Randy says leaving a proper tip. So some people are uncomfortable doing that. Maybe if the service isn't good or something. A lot of people are saying praying or saying grace before they eat this morning. So Tyrone's doesn't make sense to me. And Tyrone, if you are watching, I want a little bit more of an explanation here. He says eating chicken.
Eating chicken.
Which I feel like a lot of people do at restaurants, right?
Yeah, I have no problem with that.
Yeah, chicken is probably one of my favorite foods. So I'm definitely not in that category. Tyrone, I want an explanation on this one. A lot of people are saying eating alone, though. Joanna agrees with you, eating alone. So Benjamin just says eating, period. Just eating at a restaurant. I guess he prefers to take it home, which is fair.
That one's interesting.
Yeah. Jason says making animal noises, and I wonder if he just means you're so into your food that you kind of sound like an animal eating it.
Making animal noises.
That's kind of a weird
I wonder what kind of animal noises.
Yeah, all right, there you go, Jason. If you're watching, go ahead and explain this a little bit more.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you got to elaborate.
Yeah, we're curious about these. All right, we've gotten some good ones so far, but there's still time to submit your answers, so head on over to the Facebook page and let us know. We're going to read some more of them and tell you the answer just a little bit later in the show, but we don't want you to go anywhere. Financial advisor Kelly Brantley was here with us, and she shares some tax refund goals that you will not want to miss. Don't go anywhere.
KB.